Welcome, 3rd and 4th grade. Welcome back to class. We're going to jump right in. We have a fun class today. Our sniglet of the day is wiper cushion. It's two words together. Can you guess which words? I would say wiper and some sort of percussion, I think. And this is a noun. It's a phenomenon of one's windshield wipers keeping perfect time with the song on the radio. Have you ever had that happen during a storm and you're driving and your windshield wipers are clicking along to your music? So that's a fun one next time you're driving in the rain. Our Shakespeare quotation for today is also a fun one. Have you ever heard someone use the phrase, he's in a pickle, she's in a pickle, I'm in a pickle? Well, it comes from Shakespeare's play, The Tempest. He says, I've been in such a pickle. It's the first time that we know of that appeared in writing, and now it's in our everyday language. Being in a pickle means being in some sort of trouble. Then we have our Proverbs of today. Proverbs 25:11 says, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. It's interesting to me that there's a simile in this verse, but the most important thing about this verse, a simile, is when we use the word like or as to tell us that more about something. But the most important part of this verse is it talks about words fitly spoken. The importance, the beauty, apples of gold are beautiful in settings or bowls of silver. It's saying that a word spoken well or fitting or appropriately is like apples of gold in settings of silver. It's beautiful. And so words can tumble out of our mouths very quickly, but the neat thing about writing is you often have time to look at it and think about it and rewrite it and communicate well. And so a word that is spoken, a word fitly spoken is beautiful. Proverbs 25:11. Now we're going to jump into our lesson today. Hopefully you wrote PB instructions. Well, I've included the worst instructions ever. I'm going to read them to you. I hope yours are better than this. Peanut butter instructions. Put peanut butter all over bread. Put jelly all over bread. Put together, enjoy. Now I'm going to take some time and demonstrate these instructions. Okay, so I'm going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm going to follow these directions. So it says put peanut butter all over bread. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, yummy. I'll put some down here too. You got to get it all over. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. And then I'm going to get the inside too, I guess, or both sides of my bread. All right. I think I got it good and covered. Now it says put jelly all over bread. Oof, it's getting kind of messy. My favorite. Yum, yum, yum. Rub it in really good. All over. Got to be all over. That's what it says. Whew. It's kind of hard to get that jelly out. Yum. How's it look? And then it says, put together. Did I do it right? Does it matter? Just put it together, I guess. And then enjoy. I don't know if I should eat it on camera. I don't want to make anybody jealous. I hope you liked my peanut butter and jelly demonstration. Very silly. But my point is that your instructions have to think about, what did we talk last week? You have to know who they're for. We call that your audience. Who's listening? Who's reading the instructions? And I told you that the instructions were for a 5-year-old. Now, this is interesting because when you're writing instructions for a 5-year-old, if you were writing for an adult, you would probably just say, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You wouldn't need to say anything else. They know how. When you're writing for a 5-year-old, you'd probably have to include things like what utensils to use. They know their utensils, but they might have to be told what to use. And where to put the peanut butter, where to put the jelly. And you'd have to be a little bit more specific. So, and you don't want to assume. What did we assume about these instructions? Well, first of all, I said just put. I didn't tell you how or what to use. I just said put it all over. And I told you all over. That's pretty general. Now, some people would understand what that means if they're older, right? And probably most 5-year-olds would too. But I want you, for your homework this week, to take your old peanut butter instructions and your parents' corrections to them. I want you to try one more time. You don't have to start from scratch. Take the ones that you have and change them. And then I want you to practice them. So I say practice. Try them out. You can either read your instructions to a friend or your parent, or if you're doing this with somebody else, exchange instructions. And then if you are the one who's making the sandwich, only do what the instructions tell you to do. Don't jump ahead. Don't assume. If it says on one side of the bread, then you stay on one side of the bread. So if you can do this with a parent, and you can read the instructions to your parent or vice versa. But you need to find one person and do one demonstration. And if you really want to make it fun, you can videotape it or do a Zoom call with a friend. So work hard and improve your peanut butter and jelly instructions this week and make them foolproof so anyone can follow your instructions. Have fun, and I'll see you next week. If you got a chance to edit their instructions from last week, they can use those to revise them. But also, their new grade this week will be to take your comments and to take the video that we did and to make a more complete instructions. So, and they will also need to try them out, which I will, if as for my student, I would give them points for this as well. So keep it fun. Enjoy.